Hopefully I do that.
Why are you finger fucking with the screen? Did you get a notification?
Oh yeah, I did.
Just because we are recording, so whenever you're done, dilly diddling around over there.
I was looking for something. All right.
They announced but the the WWE Championship will be no.
Oh no.
Hmm. Interesting.
How are you gonna yell at me for messing with the screen and you're looking at your phone?
There was a new world champ. There was a new like WWE Championship like unveiled, and I wanted to see what it looks like. I think it looks pretty sick.
A new veil? Oh yeah, that looks sick.
It's a new belt. It's like kind of like it's like one of the old school looking belts, but they kind of added like I don't know. I think that's cool.
You think they could take that big W off?
That's what the old one looked like.
I'm just kidding. I like it.
W doesn't bother me.
No, I kind of like it because it looked like it was just like black and gold.
Yeah.
I hate when they add the color stuff.
Yeah, the old one was called the Big Gold. So it's like this belt is like designed off the old heavyweight belt, which everyone like thinks is the best looking belt in wrestling history, and they called it Big Gold. So this one is like that, but it's
Large
different.
gold.
Yeah, this one is new gold. This one is semi-large gold. All right. Welcome to Forever Talking, where we talk nothing forever, and we are consistently shit. I got a zit on my nose, and I look like Rudolph. It is like one side of my nose is bigger than the other. I spent the last couple hours just like holding an ice cube to it. It hurts so fucking bad, and it's so annoying. It happens like every 3 to 4 months, and then eventually it just hurts to the point where it's not ready, and I'm just like, fuck it, it's coming out one way or another, and
That's how scars get made.
that's fine. That's fine. It hurts so fucking bad and it looks so ridiculous. I'm walking around. I look like Joshy the red-nosed reindeer. But yeah, but
You
I'm
kind of look
Ian the
like you
red.
got punched. You kind of look like you got punched in the nose.
I didn't. It just hurts. It's like right here. But it's like
Yeah,
under the skin, so there's
I know
nothing
what
I
you
can
mean.
yeah, so there's like nothing I can do about it, and it's constantly fucking irritated. And then like on the other side, it's like I got like a bruise here. Don't know where the fuck that came from. But it's like this, it hurts so fucking bad. We're going to get right into it. We're going to be rolling with the punches. We got a pretty big episode ahead of us today. We got a pretty big episode ahead of us next week as well, but it's a big surprise. We're not going to talk about it till the episode comes. I'm super happy for next week. I think it's going to be really awesome, depending on if something gets here. We'll see what happens. Anyways, getting into the episode, last week we did not do a riddle, but we did a guess a number between 1 and 10. We're going to be doing that again this week because it was incredibly popular last week. We got a bunch of people who responded. I DM the person who got it right. His name is Random Edits 1215. He's yet to respond to me on Instagram, which was the same as the week before. I guess they're just not looking at their notifications. I don't know. I have the proof. It's right there. I clearly DM this person. I said, winner, DM me on Insta, and they haven't yet. So I'm just kind of waiting for that to happen. And once they do, I will DM them their $5. But to make an example, this is kind of what it looks like last week of what we did instead of it being a riddle. And we're going to do it again this week because it just seemed to work a lot better. Nick, you said you wanted to pick the number for this week in last week's podcast, but I'll go ahead.
I already got the number.
In order to win $5, thinking of a number between 1 and 10. Comment the number down below. And the first person who gets that number correct, or the first person we see get the number correct, will win $5. Must be following the page in order to get that to happen.
How do we know you don't switch the number?
Well, I won't. I've paid everybody who's fucking gotten the riddle right. I don't know what you want from... I've done it every week.
All right.
What do you care? You're not winning.
Next week, let me pick the number.
Okay. Do you want to pick the number this time around?
No, you already picked the number.
Okay.
I'll be next week.
Fuck you, man. So did you get your riddle, dickhead? Do you have your number?
Well, is it 1 through 10, or can I go bigger?
I would like to keep it in a 10.
Oh yeah, I got my number.
It doesn't have to be 1 to 10. It could be 20 to 30, or
No, 1 through 10. I got my number.
is it like a jank number?
No,
Like
no,
it,
it's a full number.
like it's a 0.
No, and it's not like a 1.7.
All
It's
right.
a real number.
All right. Good. I choose number 12. Or not, sorry, number 2 last week. And that person got it right. I figured it was like, it wasn't like in the middle, but it was like kind of hard to guess. One other person got it right, Zomkiller07, but I didn't see his comment or her comment first. So sucks to be you. One person commented 73. Clearly he didn't watch the 20-second long video. Another person commented 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 19. I'm guessing he meant to comment 10 at the end of that, but he accidentally his
Hit the wrong number.
his fucking thumb pressed the 0 instead of the 9, and then he or she did not correct it, and they just kind of went on with it. Yeah, but 2 was the correct one. Congratulations to Random Edits 1215. I'm hoping to hear from you eventually. But we're going to be moving on, getting to the episode today. Going to be wasting no fucking time. This is a big episode. Originally, we were just going to kind of be rehashing what we talked about last week, which was going to be the Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia fight. It was going to be going into more detail about the Kingpin tournament, then probably going into more detail than I would have rather went into than the Misfits 006 card. We're going to go into detail on them a little bit, but not much. We're going to be talking about them. We're going to be going through each fight and whatnot, or at least the ones that we kind of paid most attention to, are the ones that are most important moving forward. But there was one thing that happened today, which it's unavoidable. We have to talk about it. There is no way we're going to be able to kind of skip over this one. Nikki, I was sitting in my car today, getting ready to go into the gym for my second workout today. And I was sitting there and I was on Twitter and I tweeted and I go, so is this at Aaron Rodgers 12 deal going to get done this week? And then I went inside, I got on the treadmill, I looked at the fucking TV and it said, breaking news, Aaron Rodgers officially a New York Jet. I think I tweeted that and I brought that to life.
You probably did.
Considering that me and Aaron Rodgers are best friends, I think that this deal went through officially because I tweeted what I tweeted. Now, I mean, listen, I have 63, 67 followers on Twitter. Fuck, Aaron Rodgers is not one of them. John Cena is, though, so I think I'm a pretty big deal. But anyway, moving on. We kind of made a pact with ourselves that we weren't going to talk about the Aaron Rodgers deal week after week after week after week until it kind of went through and happened, because we knew that the deal was going to happen. It was just kind of speculation on when it was going to happen and how patient can we be with it. We knew it was going to happen before the draft. So this week would kind of be the last week that could happen. I was expecting it to happen later on. I didn't expect it to happen today. I was kind of thinking it was going to happen like Wednesday. If the draft hasn't, I don't know the exact day of the draft, but I know it's this week, I believe, or the week after, or next week. It's within the next 7 something odd days. It's April, end of April. So I was expecting it to kind of happen a little later on in the week, but it did not. And of course, it happened on today, Monday. So Aaron Rodgers is officially a Jet. Now, so Aaron Rodgers is officially a Jet. I feel like, in my assessment, now, Nick, you know more than anybody, and anybody else I've talked to about football, Aaron Rodgers is my favorite football player.
Was it?
Huh?
Is he really?
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I know.
Yeah, are you fucking? Yeah, I mean, maybe you could throw Joe Burrow in there, but it's Aaron Rodgers. And yeah. So Aaron Rodgers is my favorite football player. I feel like, not only is he my favorite football player, he's probably my favorite athlete of all time. And I am, and soccer, football is not even my favorite sport. It's soccer. But the things that I've seen Aaron Rodgers do in the last couple of years is mesmerizing to me. I can watch him play for hours and hours and hours and hours, and I will never get bored of watching him play, despite whether that's on playing his worst football game, which could have been one of the games they played last year, or some of the best, which are the games he could have been playing in the 2 years prior. I think Aaron Rodgers gets a lot of shit that's a lot of it's kind of undeserved. I try not to follow a lot of reports because I don't think a lot of it's true about Aaron Rodgers. Um, I don't think he's a diva. I think that's absolutely ridiculous. His teammates speak nothing but glowing things about him, and the entire Jets roster were like throwing cheese hats into a fireplace trying to get this fucking guy to come to New York because they love him so much. I think he's a great dude. I mean, I don't know him personally, but from what I've seen, just interviews, I didn't act. And by the way, everybody like kind of turned on Rodgers after the Joe Rogan podcast thing because of like his political. I don't fucking care about politics at all. That I don't care. I don't even actually know what he said on the Joe Rogan podcast besides that he likes pot or DMT or whatever the fuck it is, and he likes to go on darkness retreats, and he fucking I think he's a Republican or whatever. I don't know. I didn't really watch the podcast because I don't care. As long as he goes out there and throws the football. Now, unless he like went on the podcast and says I like to drop kick babies, then that's like that's a different story. But I don't think he exactly went that far. But anyways, before I get too controversial about Aaron Rodgers, he's obviously a controversial figure. He's probably one of the most hated athletes on the planet, but he's mostly hated for being a crybaby and holding the Packers organization hostage. And I don't really think that's true. I think that Aaron Rodgers is going to leave the Packers one way or another several years ago. But if he wasn't the best quarterback in the league the last 2 years, that kind of made things a little more complicated. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, but let's not act like Green Bay didn't start it when they drafted Jordan Love.
Exactly. It fucking that. So Green Bay were ready to get rid of Aaron Rodgers years ago. And it wasn't, and Aaron Rodgers said that he was like, he said that he wanted to make a decision of what if he was going to play football or not after the season ended, right? He went on his darkness retreat. It took like what, 3 weeks for him to say something?
Yeah.
He just played for 18 fucking years. It's, am I going to play? Am I going to leave? Am I going to play football or am I going to pack up and fucking move on? And like leave my life. That's a fucking big decision. I think he's allowed to make it. He went on his darkness retreat. I don't give a shit about the darkness retreat. Whether you think it's weird or not, the guy fucking has 475 touchdowns. He can fucking I don't care what he does. He can jerk off in an Arby's if he continues to fucking throw touchdown passes. It means nothing to me. So Aaron Rodgers, obviously he goes on and he does whatever he does. And then he goes on the Pat McAfee podcast and he says, I intend to play for the New York Jets. Okay, deal done. He wants to play for the Jets. The months that would ensue getting this deal done wasn't his fault. It's a giant fucking deal. It's a massive deal. It's Aaron Rodgers. I think, so in my assessment of Aaron Rodgers being my favorite quarterback, I like to try and be as unbiased as humanly possible whenever comparing him to how good Aaron Rodgers is. I think that Aaron Rodgers is top 10 quarterback, non-debatable.
Oh, easily.
Aaron Rodgers is the greatest Green Bay Packer to ever live, non-debatable.
Oh, yeah.
Fair? Is that fair?
Yeah, I didn't watch Brett Favre highlights, but yeah.
Yeah, it's Aaron Rodgers. He has 475 fucking touchdowns. He doesn't throw for more than 10 picks a season until last season. It's kind of undisputable. I will not say that Aaron Rodgers is better than Tom Brady. If you want to put Aaron Rodgers in a top 5 conversation, he's probably 5. Is that fair?
Yeah.
He's probably 5. You can debate that he's 5. He's not better than Tom Brady, although I think that Aaron Rodgers is the more talented quarterback. I think he's the most talented and skilled quarterback of all time, but he doesn't have the careers that are the guys above him, which makes Tom Brady the greatest quarterback to ever live. That is only a fair assessment. That's all I can say. Do I think Aaron Rodgers is like I think he's a top 5 quarterback of all time. I think he's number 5. He's definitely a legend in the quarterback game. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. It's things that we know. He's one of the greatest So whenever I say Aaron Rodgers is one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, he is. That's a correct assessment. I'm not saying he's the greatest quarterback of all time, but he is an all-time great quarterback. And he is extremely valuable, whether he's ending his career or it was 2 years ago. He's probably a little more valuable 2 years ago. But he is still extremely valuable now, which is why that deal took so long to take. Now, let's take a look at the deal. It was a pretty big deal. if I can find it. Now, I'm not going to lie. If anyone got out of this deal with more shit, it was probably the Green Bay Packers. They got everything that I thought Aaron Rodgers. One, I probably wouldn't have given them the second draft pick, but the Green Bay Packers made out like fucking bandits in the deal, and the New York Jets got what they got too. I think that they probably believe that Rodgers is going to play for more than a year. I think he's probably going to play for 2 or 3 years, just depending on how this season goes. But taking a look at it, the Jets would receive Aaron Rodgers. They would get pick number 15, and they would get pick number 170. So I thought that originally that the Jets were just going to get Rodgers, but they didn't. They got picks on top of it.
That's pretty good.
The Packers, though, they get a first-round pick. They get pick number 42, pick number 207, and a 2024 second-round conditional pick that if Rodgers plays in 2024, he gets a second round. He's a second-round pick. But if he plays more than 65% of the plays, that second-round pick becomes a first-round pick. Obviously, Aaron Rodgers, unless he breaks his neck, is not going to be sitting behind Zach Wilson. Or Zach Wilson could fuck Aaron Rodgers' mom, and he has to go deal with that. So it's safe to say that Aaron Rodgers is going to be playing more than 65% of these plays, unless the New York Jets are fucking idiots.
Or he gets hurt,
But, Rodgers doesn't really get hurt. He broke his collarbone. He broke his thumb. He played for the rest of the season because he's a tough fucking bastard. So it's safe to say that they got two first-round picks. Now, that being said, I thought that they were going to make it the conditional second-round pick and make it a first-round pick if Aaron plays more than one season. I'm kind of surprised that they kind of dwindled this down to 65% of the plays this season. But whatever, the Jets wanted Aaron Rodgers. They believe that they are a quarterback away. Now, Nick, you and I, we commented on this Aaron Rodgers deal a few weeks ago before it was official, and we had a conversation where we said that if Aaron Rodgers was going to leave the Green Bay Packers to go to a different team, is the New York Jets really the best place for Aaron Rodgers to go?
Probably not.
Probably not. And I went through, obviously, after this deal kind of got announced that Rodgers wanted to go to the Jets and was kind of just being worked on at that point. Obviously, naturally, I went through and I watched more fucking Jets highlights that I know what to do with. I know all about Garrett Wilson now. I know all about Breece Hall. I know how good Sauce Gardner and their defense is. Nathaniel Hackett, Rodgers loves. So I went through and I watched all of it and I kind of figured it out. And as far as this Aaron Rodgers deal going to the New York Jets, I remain happy but cautiously optimistic for what this can mean, which is only fair. I would like to say that Aaron Rodgers is going to go to the New York Jets and they're just going to fucking click like that and they're going to run through the division. They're going to see Cincinnati in the championship. I'm going to get my Joe Burrow versus fucking Aaron Rodgers mashup. And then Aaron's going to go to the Super Bowl, take one home. I would like to say that's going to happen. Do I think it's going to happen? I think that it just kind of depends. I remain cautiously optimistic for a few reasons. This deal working depends on a lot of what ifs. My concerns still lie where it was before. I was concerned about Aaron Rodgers going to the Jets for a few reasons. One, it's a lot of young guys. And two, it's in the AFC. And the AFC is just a fiery pit of fucking gunfire and steak knives and glass on the floor and fucking fire on every turn and hell. It's like walking on Normandy Beach. It is a firefight in every fucking way of the term. You have Josh Allen, you have fucking Tua, you have Joe Burrow, you have Patrick Mahomes, you have fucking Trevor Lawrence, you have Justin Herbert. That's a lot of shit. You have all the new guys coming in. You got the Alabama quarterback. You got fucking Willis or Levi or whatever his fucking name is. I can't remember, who looks like Josh Allen 2.0. It's a firefight over there. So I was a little nervous. Rodgers is obviously coming off the back end of a not so great season when playing with a bunch of rookie guys. Now that being said, do I think Aaron Rodgers is washed? Fucking absolutely not. There are a lot of factors that could point to it. Like he did obviously had a career worst season. He's 39 years old. I don't think that those things maybe they affected it a little bit, but I think the more thing is he broke his thumb. He had bad fucking rib issue. He had a rib issue. He fucking was playing with a bunch of guys that he really didn't know all that well, and he wasn't getting along with the organization. It's a lot of factors kind of turning into one thing. Um, but that being said, if Aaron Rodgers really doesn't play well with rookies, and it's not the broken thumb, and it's not that, then going to the New York Jets is not going to work well. There's going to be growing pains there. But that being said, Nathaniel Hackett, the coach, obviously Aaron Rodgers gets along with him. The New York Jets and their teammates really want Aaron Rodgers to be there. He's going to have Allen Lazard to pull him out of shit. People like to say Allen Lazard is not a good wide receiver. He's a fantastic wide receiver 3. Aaron Rodgers trusts him a lot and pulls them out of situations all the time. I like Allen Lazard a lot. Do I think I'm going to throw Allen Lazard on a deep pass? Probably not. But if I need to get 4 fucking yards to get that first down, Allen Lazard's your guy. So now going into it, what are the New York Jets? They have Garrett Wilson, who I looked up, who shows a lot of promise as a wide receiver. Going in his second year, it's kind of concerning. Breece Hall is going to be coming back from an ACL tear, carried an average of 5 yards per carry last season, which is pretty great.
Really,
That's fucking really good. And their defense, which is helmed by their cornerback, Sauce Gardner, is fantastic, is really good. For the first time in Aaron Rodgers' career, do I think that the New York Jets have the star power that the Packers defense did? No, but I think that they're more reliable.
that's what they were known for last year was their defense.
Yeah, they went 7-10, right? I think 7-10.
Yeah, with Zach Wilson and
Yeah,
whoever their other quarterback was.
Mike White. So if you go 7-10 with a bad, quarter, or if you go 7-10 with no quarterback and Breece Hall gets hurt, maybe they are really good. Maybe Garrett Wilson is extremely reliable. Maybe Breece Hall comes back and he's great. Maybe this new Chiefs wide receiver they picked up is really good. Maybe Allen Lazard is going to help out a lot. I'm sure he will. Nathaniel Hackett, Aaron Rodgers loves him, and a defense that's extremely reliable. Why I say it's a lot of what ifs if this is going to work is that it just kind of depends how they all blend together. Are they really one quarterback away from being a fantastic team? I sure hope so. And if you were to get a quarterback to fill that role, then Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback out there right now who would be available. In my opinion, it's probably a hot take. Aaron Rodgers at his best is the best quarterback in the league. 2 years ago, he won 2 MVPs in a row. I think that may be a hot take to some people, but I think he's fucking incredible when he's at his best. So there's just a lot of what ifs here. Can Aaron Rodgers play with young guys? Are Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall after their rookie years still going to be really, really good? Are their defense going to be great? Is Nathaniel Hackett and Aaron Rodgers going to blend together well? It's just a lot of we'll have to see. It's a lot of what ifs. But I'm very cautiously optimistic, and I really like the deal because I think that Aaron Rodgers going to I always said that Aaron Rodgers should go and play somewhere else. He deserves it for himself to go play on a new team before the end of his career. I didn't necessarily mean that should be in the AFC, but if they blend together and Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall are real players, Sauce Gardner and that defense is real, they could go far. And
has DeAndre Hopkins, has he picked a team yet?
He not really, but he's probably just not going to be in the Cardinals. And he won't go to the Jets. They're not going to afford him. I don't think they're going to be able to afford him. Maybe I'm wrong, but
I was just wondering.
I think besides the draft picks, I think the team that you're looking at right now for the New York Jets is the New York Jets you're going to get.
I think they could win.
Maybe Randall Cobb.
I know you said you're worried about the AFC, but I'm not worried about the AFC that much. It's better than the NFC, but I think there's a lot of overrated teams in the AFC.
Let me put it this way. I'm worried about Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen.
That's all. I'm not even worried about Josh Allen. I don't think he's that good.
I'm not worried. I'm worried about Joe Burrow and Patrick Mahomes.
No, I would be worried about those two because those two are insane.
Those guys are fucking unbelievable. And Josh Allen, when he's great, is unbelievable too. I don't think he's gonna be great.
He's just I don't
He's
know. I think
unreliable. He's very unreliable. Um, I think that if there's no growing pains and if they can just blend and get together the way that they're hoping that they will, and Aaron Rodgers doesn't get hurt and he can still play at a high level, they're going to go far. I think that they're going to get to the playoffs. Why I remain cautiously optimistic about the Aaron Rodgers New York Jets deal is that it is 50-50 whether this is going to flop in a way that it's just going to be anticlimactic. I don't think they're going to be terrible. It's either this is going to be anticlimactic and that Rodgers and the rookies just can't really blend together, there's just growing pains, or it's going to go really, really well. And Rodgers and the rookies are going to be really good. They're going to be reliable for Rodgers to throw to. Rodgers is going to stay healthy, and they're going to have play calls that he's going to love. And they're going to work really well together, or it's just going to be kind of anticlimactic.
I think it's going to be a good fit because with the defense they have, as long as Aaron Rodgers doesn't turn the ball over, which he usually doesn't, I think they could win most games or at least be in it.
I think that they can be great too. I think they can be great so long as there's chemistry between Rodgers and the players.
I think a lot of their games though are going to be close. I don't think they'll blow any team out, but I think they'll be in it.
I hope so. I want nothing more than Aaron Rodgers to win a Super Bowl. And if it's going to happen, it has to happen this year. He's got weapons. Breece Hall's great. Garrett Wilson's great. Al Lazard's great. The Chiefs wide receiver, I'm not that sure about. But it's like I'm basing it off of their great off of one season, you know? I need to see that those guys are going to be reliable going into the second season with a brand new quarterback. That's the only reason I'm cautious about any of this. At all. At all. That's the only reason why I'm kind of like, I don't know quite yet. I'm not willing to say that they're gonna fucking kill, that they're gonna go ham quite yet. I'm just hoping that the players that they are relying on to be great next season to help Rodgers will still be great.
Yeah, I think it's a good chance too for Aaron Rodgers to prove himself. Like I know he's great and everything, but he's got a lot of the media. They always say how he's not committed to his team and stuff. I think this year he could go out there and have great chemistry.
I think that and they I think that they could have I think they could blend together really well because the Jets players want him there. Now poor Zach Wilson's gonna be sitting there fucking with his feet kicked up.
He's got the best job. Being a backup quarterback in the NFL is a great job. You don't get hit and you get paid.
Yeah, but he doesn't want to be a backup quarterback. I love when he did his interview last year where they're like, well, what happens if a veteran comes over? And he was like, I'm going to make that guy's hell in practice. Yeah, fucking good luck, buddy. You got Aaron Rodgers on the fucking team. One thing about this deal that pisses me off, though, that I hate is that Aaron Rodgers is not number 12 anymore. And that one really hurts me. Because number 12 is my favorite number. It's my soccer number. And that really hurts me. It's not number 12 anymore. He's number 8, which is his California college number, which is fine. I think it's more of Joe Namath was number 12 and the Jets retired it because of him, and Rodgers kind of wanted to be respectful. Maybe it was Rodgers wanted to leave his legacy as number 12 over at the Green Bay Packers. Whatever it is. It doesn't matter. It's Aaron Rodgers. So you get Aaron Rodgers. I wish he was wearing 12, but whatever.
He can now be the greatest 8.
Yeah, he can be the greatest number 8 there ever was.
He could never be the greatest 12.
No, Aaron Rodgers will always be number 12 to me. Well, he'll never do the greatest 12, but Aaron Rodgers will always be number 12 to me. But yeah, that's the whole deal with Aaron Rodgers and the New York Jets. I remain cautiously optimistic about it, but I'm extremely excited about it. I'm cautiously optimistic because I'm not 100% sure that the rookies that they're needing to be great will still be great. I think that they will be great, but I only have a 1-year sample size, and I'm not sure Rodgers will blend together with them quite yet. It's just a whole new team. It's a whole new scenario. I think he will. I think that everything's going to work out well. So I think that it could be really, really good, and I think they could be really, really great. Or it could be really, really anticlimactic, just depending on how everybody blends together in chemistry. But these guys are professional athletes and they're professional players. So I think that it's just going to go well, if that makes sense. Obviously, a bomb could hit the fucking stadium and everything could fall apart. I'm just preparing. I'm preparing for the worst, even though I'm hoping for the best. Fair.
Yeah.
But I'm excited for Aaron Rodgers to be in New York Jet. Nick and I are going to make our way up to New York to watch him play. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, plane tickets aren't cheap, buddy. Might as well start making that money now.
We'll be driving. And we can stop by at Cincinnati. I don't know if that's exactly on the way.
I think we'll have to take a little detour to make that happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Joe Burrow! Aaron Rodgers is in the league now. Good luck.
We could just see if they play the Bears.
Yeah, so I think that the Bears are fucking happy as shit that he's gone. I think the only reason I think it could be really, really great, but it's just I'm optimistic because it relies on everybody doing their part. And watching Rodgers play on the Packers the last couple of years, not everybody has been doing their part. So yeah. I'm gonna leave that there. Anyway, there were a bunch of fights this weekend. There were a bunch of crossover fights, and then there was Ryan Garcia versus Tank Davis, which was going to be the main topic of today's conversation. I'll go ahead and say that to the end, just because why not? Breaking news: Nate Diaz was at Misfits 006 this season, and he now has a warrant for his arrest because he choked out a Logan Paul lookalike and dropped him on his head in the streets of New Orleans. Like a fucking idiot. He probably thought that it actually was Logan Paul, is my guess.
He looked like him.
He does look like him. That guy's whole like social media presence is just based off of looking like a Logan Paul. Now that being said, this is a very Nate Diaz thing. It doesn't surprise me that he did it. It just it's dumb as fuck that he did it because this really puts the Jake Paul fight in jeopardy now that there's a warrant for his arrest.
I remember you sent me that video, and I literally texted you. He's going to get arrested soon if he's not careful.
Yeah, I'm not surprised that this happened. I mean, the way with the world is there's just fucking. It's just the way that the world is that there's just this. You can get an assault charge for anything.
Yeah.
Chase DeMore could file an assault charge for him throwing a water bottle at him if he wanted to.
Yeah.
It is what it is. I hope that Nate doesn't get arrested because I would like to see the Nate Diaz versus Jake Paul fight. Not that I think that that's going to go particularly well for Nate Diaz, but it's more like that's a super fight, and I think it'll be really cool to see. KSI tweeted at Jake Paul today, and he said, if Nate Diaz doesn't end up fighting, I will fight you in August, and I will be Nate's replacement. Jake Paul agreed to that deal and said 185, no rehydration clause. I'll see you there. Obviously, the whole stick up for the contract negotiations is that KSI wanted the fight to be a 180. Jake Paul wants it to be a 185 because he's not willing to come down to 180. It doesn't make any sense. KSI naturally weighs 175. Jake Paul weighs 185. Why did they want just me at the 180? No rehydration clause. Move forward. I don't know, but that's kind of the situation. If KSI ends up stepping in to fight Jake Paul on short notice, I'm gonna be fucking pissed. And yeah.
I feel like you can't do that though. You got to build it up.
They would do it. They would do it. And I think that they're fucking stupid for doing it.
I feel like I know we said it, but just do December. They've already said it.
According to KSI's manager, he is turned down for fight offers in the summer, and Jake has also turned down a fight offer for December. I don't know. I don't know what the problem is here. I think that JJ. I don't think he's actually going to step in. I think that JJ just kind of said that to try and trap Jake, same way Jake tried to trap KSI when Alex Wasabi pulled out. The 185 weight thing is bullshit. I think that they should just fight at 180. It's right in the middle. I don't understand what the issue is. Everything else is fine. Now then again, I'm not in the contract negotiation rooms. I don't know. I can tell you one thing though. KSI is not afraid of Jake Paul, and Jake Paul is not afraid of KSI.
Yeah.
This fight is a lot closer than people want to make it out to be. And it should happen in December with a 6-month build. And the fact that it's not going to happen in December with a 5 to 6 month build kind of pisses me off to no end. But I don't know, man. It is what it is. We'll move on. Misfits 6 happened this weekend. I'm not gonna break down every fight in the card because
That's too much.
it's
We
just way
we got too many.
Yeah, I got way too much shit to go through. I'll just break down the important ones. Fangs got knocked out, or she got stopped, so great. Chase Demore should never box again, ever. He should never strap on gloves. They
That
should
was terrible.
they should suspend him. I'm not gonna comment on that anyway. He should never be allowed to step in
Not
a ring.
suspend him. He should never box
No,
again.
yeah, he should never box again.
Did he ever like issue an apology?
Yeah, but no. But yeah.
So like it was like a written one, but like you could tell.
He didn't seem like he was very sorry. I mean, he said sorry, but it didn't seem like he was very
But we saw
sorry.
that fight. He didn't care at all.
Yeah. What else? What was else on that card? Uncle Pizza, I love him. Walid versus
There were so many fights I can't remember.
Walid won his fight. So Walid versus Dean the Great 2 will probably be a main event on its own card, which is lovely.
I can't even remember the main event. Oh, that was Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah, Le'Veon Bell versus JMX. Le'Veon Bell won. I predicted Le'Veon to win just based on his performance against Uriah Hall, and he looked great. He looked phenomenal.
Yeah, there was what was there, Tim Linetti or whatever his name is?
Tom Zanetti.
Yeah, that guy.
That guy fought in the Kingpin tournament. He didn't fight on Misfits.
No wonder why. You know, I'm gonna let you.
Yeah. Hey, concussion boy, you fucking sit back and relax with your little blankie. Okay, I'll get there. Yeah, you snuggle up. I'll fucking handle the podcast talk. Okay.
You act like that's not what's been happening.
I'll call on you when I need you. Okay.
All right.
No, you gotta chime in a little bit. You know.
I'll chime in every.
Yeah, every like 10 minutes, just to remind the people you're still there. You know.
Yeah, I got my.
Yeah, good. Le'Veon Bell looked great. He beat the fucking dog piss out of JMX. Let's do it. Let's do Le'Veon Bell versus Logan Paul. They'll never get booked, but that's the fight. That should be the fight. And the fact that they're not going to do it kind of pisses me off, but whatever. Yeah. Have any comments on that, Nicholas?
No, I really don't remember the fight that well.
Wow.
There were so many.
You kind of got the memory of a goldfish, my friend.
We were aware of this.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, so that's what happened in Misfits 6. It was a building block card. It kind of is what it is. Then the Kingpin tournament happened. What a fucking event. What an event, lads. What a great. I loved it. I loved every moment of it. Emily Book won. Barbie won. Julia Polka won. I believe that's her name. And Elle Brooke won for the girls. King Kenny, Jarvis, Whindersson Nunes, and a Nissan Gibb won for the boys. The girls' fight of the night was I don't know. Elle Brooke won, which is good.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was probably the best one.
Yeah, that was a pretty good fight. King Kenny knocked out my mate Nate in the second round. He looks great. He looks really aggressive. Whindersson Nunes came out to a thunderous ovation.
That's the craziest part of the event.
Yeah, which makes sense that it was a thunderous ovation considering that he sold out half that fucking stadium. 65% of that stadium, you can almost tell, because they all left immediately following that fight. What else?
There was Blueface.
Blueface was fucking awesome. He beat Ed Matthews. He looked great. Blueface looks fantastic, and he'll probably step in and replace Austin McBroom in the loser bracket, considering that Austin McBroom's ankle is shattered into a million pieces. We'll comment on that in a bit. Jarvis beat Tom Zanetti after Tom Zanetti had his coaches throw in the towel after 2 rounds because he gassed out. Tom Zanetti made a post today, said he had a broken
What's that?
whatever, his nose, I think. Something in his nose, couldn't breathe.
Well, maybe you shouldn't go like full ham if you can't breathe out of your nose.
Yeah, I
That
don't
fight
know.
actually frustrates me.
It's a good fight though.
I mean, it's just stupid though. If you're gonna go in there so crazy, knowing you don't have the cardio.
Yeah. Maybe he just thought, well, I don't have the cardio to go through all the rounds.
Yeah, but
Regardless.
they do like what was it? How many rounds? Was it 5?
I believe it was 5 threes.
That is pretty long. But like, I feel like you got to learn to pace yourself.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what was going on. Maybe I don't know. He's
I think he was scared that he couldn't actually box the guy. Like,
yeah. I don't
technically,
know. I don't know the process. I don't know what he was thinking. But regardless, Jarvis won, so whatever. And you'll probably get Thompson A versus Blueface, which is awesome. And I love it. Book it. Whindersson Nunes beats Phil Peck.
oh yeah, I forgot. You
Yeah,
look fucking good.
he beat the living dog shit out of Phil Peck. And to a thunderous ovation. He is clearly the draw. Like, it's not even close.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
So you're gonna get King Kenny versus Whindersson Nunes in the next card, which is fucking awesome. In Dublin, Ireland, Whindersson Nunes versus King Kenny needs to be the main event.
oh yeah.
Yeah, it can't
Well, you
be.
can't have what happened this time.
No, you can't. If you're Kingpin, you're hoping that Whindersson Nunes, even though like the fight that I want to see is King Kenny versus Gibb, you can't. If you have to be hoping that Whindersson beats Kenny and then Gibb beats Jarvis so that you can get Gibb versus Whindersson back in London, I believe, is where they're going again.
That shit would be.
And that's the main event. That shit would be fireworks. I believe they're going back to London. I'm not sure. I don't remember. I think they're going back to London though. And if they are, then either way, you're hoping that Whindersson Nunes continues on so he can continue being the main event so you can get a sold out stadium. But they're going to be there for him regardless. So it doesn't matter. It's just you don't want everybody to leave when he loses.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gibb beat Austin McBroom via round 2 or 3 stoppage, TKO victory.
3, but I could be wrong.
It might have been 3. It was more of a doctor stoppage. Very anticlimactic and unfortunate the way that this one ended. Austin McBroom broke his ankle. And yeah, I guess they kind of clinched up and twisted, and I guess he rolled it that way and broke it that way. Yeah, it was really upsetting.
But that fight was going downhill for him though. Like Gibb was just heating up.
Austin looked the same, and Gibb was kind of heating it up and putting the pace on him a little bit. And I don't think that was going to change the result in any way. I think that it was going to kind of happen the exact same way that
Gibb was going to knock him out.
He was going to get to him eventually. That being said, so Austin obviously, I guess he's going through tests this week, but he's probably not going to be able to fight on the losers bracket because of his broken foot.
But yeah,
because of his broken ankle, which sucks. I mean, Blueface stepping in, which hasn't been confirmed yet, would be awesome, and I really hope they do that. But I hope that Austin doesn't stop boxing. I hope that he continues his boxing journey because he's incredibly skilled and talented, and this scene needs as many people as they can have. And he's a name. He's skilled.
He's a good villain.
He's a good bad guy. And it just kind of works. I don't think he's ever gonna box again, which kind of sucks. But regardless, I like it. I like it a lot. But we got Gibb versus Jarvis. I fucking absolutely love that fight. I can't wait to see it. But yeah, that one cannot be the main event. That needs to be the co-main. That needs to be the second to last fight on the card. No matter which way you kind of slice it, I think. Kenny versus Whindersson needs to go on last. Now, this is a message for all influencer, crossover, YouTuber, boxers, whatever you are. Don't stop being entertainers and influencers and YouTubers and whatever you guys do. Be entertainers. That's what your job is. Don't be fucking boring fucking boxers who make no content at all. JJ, since announcing his return to boxing, has made over 80 videos on his second channel alone. That doesn't account for fucking everything on the sidemen, all his music shit, his sidemen channels, PRs, press. You need to be making content, and I'm looking at you and Nissan Give. I'm looking at you. I don't even know if King Kenny's making content anymore. I'm fucking looking at you, Jarvis. You guys aren't making videos anymore. You're not making content at all. It's kind of fucking pissing me off. You guys have just become boxers. And Nissan Gibb, who is once the most entertaining person in the scene, is not making videos anymore. He's just become a boxer now. And that's not what we signed up for. It's not that fucking hard. You guys are influencers, you're content creators. Continue to be influencers, content creators, or else you're just gonna make the scene boring as shit. It's all Poppy makes TikTok still. Be a fucking content creator. Jake Paul doesn't even post on YouTube anymore, but still he finds a way to make fucking videos. On Twitter, on Instagram, he's constantly in the public eye. Be in the public eye. He's constantly a shithead. Be a shithead if you want to be a shithead. Make a tweet. Drop your pants. Do something. Fuck. Anyway. That was not the only boxing fight that happened this week. Or this weekend. Ryan Garcia versus Tank Davis happened this weekend.
Yeah.
Obviously one of the biggest fights that you can make in boxing. Unless your name is Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua or Tyson versus Alexander Usyk. But if your name is Tyson Fury, you're perfectly fine with beating Andy Ruiz, who apparently that's the next Tyson Fury fight. Is Tyson Fury versus Andy Ruiz. Do you remember who Andy Ruiz is?
Yeah.
Andy Ruiz. Yeah,
he beat Joshua, right?
Yeah, he beat Anthony Joshua, and then he celebrated and gained a bunch of weight, and then he went in there and got the fucking shit kicked out of him by Anthony Joshua. So Tyson Fury is basically just fighting
a guy he can beat.
Yeah, again.
I mean, I think Tyson Fury beats anyone, but still.
Prove it. Get the deal done with Usyk. What the fuck are we doing, Tyson Fury? Anyway. Ryan Garcia versus Tank Davis. It's probably one of the biggest fights you can make in the scene. Something I didn't know, however, Nicholas, is that I was unaware that Ryan Garcia had a rehydration clause against him.
Yeah, I saw that. Where you could only get up to like 146 or something.
So he kind of walked in that fight a little dehydrated, a little, not as strong as he could have been.
I kind of like that. I think the UFC should do that rule.
Well, I think if you can find a way to make the weight, and you have to make a significant weight cut to get there, you're not going to be 100% anyway.
Yeah, but like Alex Pereira, for instance, like he weighs like 220 on the night of his fights for 185.
He gets to the fucking thing. Whatever. He gets to the weight.
Imagine Khabib if he couldn't rehydrate. He would have been bad.
Yeah, he would have been terrible. But at the end of the day,
I know what you're saying.
I think if you can get to the weight, you're allowed to be in that weight class. So I think it's necessarily ethical. Not really, but
maybe you should have to weigh in the same day of the fight.
Maybe. I don't know. I think it doesn't bother me that much, I think. But like for this fight, I don't think it made a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Because Ryan's bigger than Tank, but he's not like
he's skinnier.
Yeah, he's not that much big. Like he's taller and he's longer, but it's like weight wise, he's not significantly higher, or they could have meeting in the middle a little bit more.
Yeah.
There's ways to get around it.
Well, it's just funny because he lost because of a body shot.
And he's extremely dehydrated. Now, I want Tank to win. Don't get me wrong. But Ryan Garcia is a trooper. Let's not pretend that he isn't. He went out, he pursued this fight. He signed a rehydration clause to get in this fight.
He also said he felt good during the fight. He said that.
Yeah. This kind of came down to Now he kind of got dominated in this fight, if we're being honest. I actually was scoring this fight live. And here's how I scored it. So I predicted that Ryan Garcia was actually going to win this fight because I thought that he was going to be a little faster than Tank Davis and he was going to kind of catch him a little bit. I was hoping he was going to let go of that right hand. He did find success in this round in the fight whenever he did let the right hand go, but he just didn't do it enough. Tank obviously I thought was going to be stronger. That kind of proved to be true. Tank continuously, obviously the plan from Ryan Garcia was he was just going to use the left lead hook and use speed and try to get to him. Tank pawed out his lead hand and kind of.
He was prepared.
Yeah, it stopped that. It made Ryan think too much. I think there was just Ryan had to think way more than he was used to in this fight. Moving forward. So here's how I scored the fight. I scored a 10-9 Ryan in the first round. I thought that he landed, I thought he was kind of setting the pace and landed jabs, and I don't think Tank kind of threw a bunch. So naturally, I think that Ryan just won that fight, or won that round. In the second round, 10-8 Tank. This is when Tank landed.
Is that when he dropped him?
Yeah, he landed a fucking bomb. And he dropped him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Round 3, I had, but Ryan recovered really, really well. He kind of got up and it acted like it didn't really bother him. So Ryan Garcia is fucking a tough cookie, man. Let's not pretend he isn't. Third round was 10-9 Tank. Tank was kind of just landing the cleaner shots, I thought. 10-9, I put a bunch of question marks because I wasn't really paying attention to this round, but I think Tank won it. 10-9 again for round 5 for Tank. 10-9 Ryan going into the 6th, and then obviously the last round 7, 10-8 Tank because he went.
I thought Ryan was heating up though in that fight because he was starting to hit Tank in the later rounds that we were watching.
I thought in the later rounds he was starting to use the right hand a little bit more.
Yeah, that's what
but
I'm saying.
it wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough. I thought he should have used it more. Yeah. Now people are calling Ryan Garcia a pussy because he got hit with the body shot and went down and didn't get back up. You fucking get hit by a body shot and see what happens.
Well, also, like we said, lose weight.
Yeah. Your body, if you get hit with that fucking thing from one of the hardest hitters in boxing at that size, you're done. Your body just shuts down. He goes to get up. He physically cannot stand after that hit. Your body will not let you. It just won't. You can't breathe. You're fucking. You lose everything in your body. All the air is.
There's a reason boxers practice that shot.
Yeah, it's zapped from you immediately. Now Ryan got hit with it, and it was a delayed effect, or I think Ryan just kind of tried to pretend that didn't bother him, but he took a few steps back and he just dropped like a fucking ton of bricks. And then he's kind of, you can tell he's in pain. He goes to stand up. Like he kind of positions his feet to get ready to move, and he starts to put weight down to get up, and it just fucking, he did not move. He couldn't. Now I hope that this doesn't discourage Ryan because he is the future of boxing, no matter what people want to say. And I'm happy that Tank Davis won. I'm hoping that they go back into the locker room, and I'm hoping that they assess. And I would love to see it again. I
would hope though they do like a few years, maybe like a year or two, because I think Ryan Garcia still has to learn.
Yeah, I think Ryan should fight once or twice and then go back to Tank. And I think he should do it again. No rehydration clause. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, like you said, though, I think he should learn to use his right hand more and not just rely on that hook.
Yeah, I think that the hook was kind of
he threw it almost every like 10 seconds.
Yeah, Ryan or Tank kind of knew how to do. Like Tank's game plan was specifically designed
to block that hook.
To block the hook, and you could Tank moved continuously. And then even when Ryan would throw a jab, it's just like Tank wasn't there. It's very Floyd Mayweather-esque, which makes sense because Floyd trained Tank for a little bit.
He is kind of like Floyd Mayweather, bro. He'll lose a round, but he has a game plan and he'll stick to it.
Yeah, he's very, very smart. His boxing, it's not like his boxing level isn't like Floyd level, but he's still very, very smart.
No one's ever as good as Floyd.
No. I mean, unless you're me, who's like, I'm fucking the best there ever was. Like nobody has like the IQ like Floyd, unless you're Ian Moore, right? Come on, come on, come on. It's true.
Mm-hmm.
Pad my ego. I'm the greatest boxer there ever was. Hey, I woke up today. I'm not. Floyd Mayweather beat the fuck out of me. Anyway, I woke up, went to my first workout at 6 a.m. today. Dude, my fucking cardio is cracked right now. I don't know what
That's
the
good.
fuck is going on. I did a 25-minute round.
Minute round?
25 minutes. One round.
That's what I'm saying. If you could get that, what was that, Tom Linetti?
Yeah.
What the hell did he do?
Now the back wasn't punching back. To
Well,
be
I know,
fair.
but still, like his game plan before that fight was that.
I don't know. And then after that, I got on the treadmill day, 4 miles while I was dealing with this or the elliptical or whatever the fuck it is. I did cardio for like 4 miles. I was fucking pumping out. While I was like dealing with the whole Aaron Rodgers thing. I was
Maybe you were just so excited for the Aaron Rodgers deal to go that you just
I didn't
had
even
a lot
notice
of.
it. I wasn't even tired at all, which is weird because last week I started to notice that the things I was normally doing, like as far as cardio wise, I wasn't getting tired. So I upped it to try and challenge it a little bit more and burn more calories. And then this week I fucking did it. Nothing. Wasn't tired at all. I don't know. It's fucking weird. I don't know. I think it's just because Monday and I'm more replenished after the weekend.
You'll
I mean,
probably be fucked tomorrow.
I'm an absolute fucking. I'm just fucking. I'm unbelievable, Nick Walk.
Flex on him.
Yeah. Give me Floyd Mayweather. Give me Tank. Give me Tank. Let me show fucking Ryan how it's done. Give me Tank in a Connect 4 fucking game. Nobody's better. Nobody's better. Oh, you thought I was gonna fight him in a boxing match?
You say a tank?
Tank Davis.
Oh, I know, but where are you finding him?
I'm not. We're gonna play Connect 4.
Oh,
You
okay.
out
I
of your
totally missed that.
are
I
you out
wasn't
of
full.
are you out of your fucking mind? I can't find Tank. I would hurt him. Fuck, one of these days. One of these days, whenever you and I and the podcast has finally gotten popular, we're gonna be like invited to one of these fights and we're gonna go and Nate Diaz is gonna fucking choke me out like he did to Logan Paul's fucking.
I don't think getting choked out that's bad, but then he dropped him on his
Yeah, he
head.
dropped him right on his fucking head. On the concrete, on the piss floor of fucking New Orleans. I don't know. I feel like you and I talk enough shit on the podcast where if it ever gets popular.
We
What
really don't shit talk anyone though.
I just said that I could beat Floyd Mayweather and Tank Davis in the span of 2 minutes.
They obviously know you're kidding.
I'm not.
Okay, well you're gonna have to deal with that.
I'm fucking dead serious, man.
They'll pull up. We'll be like even the Battlehawks game. They'll be pulling up.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking turn to Jake Paul. I'm gonna get jumped by Mayweather. Or I'm gonna get fucking like we're gonna run into Tyson Fury and he's gonna be like, "You fucking wanker," and I'm gonna yeah. So I've been talking shit on him. I don't know. We're gonna get blasted, but it's okay because with my boxing technical ability, I can protect us, Nick.
So what hospital?
Are you gonna have to check in on them? I'd imagine the closest one, to us. Nobody's better at boxing things than me. Like presents and like Amazon gifts and whatever it is. Nobody's better at putting things in boxes and taping them up. You know what I'm saying? And then there's also nobody better at stepping in the ring with fucking a bunch of ropes and fighting a pro boxer like me.
Wait, have you ever boxed in a real ring?
Yeah, I sparred.
Yeah, that's what I didn't know if it was like in a ring or you just kind of like.
No, yeah, it was in a ring. Yeah. I got the fucking shit kicked out of me.
That's kind of fun though. I don't think I've ever been in like a boxing ring.
It was like a small ring. It was like a.
I mean, I had my homemade one, but that's not the same.
Yeah, it's not the same. It's not the same. You and I had wars. You and I had wars in that
I noticed
ring.
when we jumped, when one of the side of the ropes was the wall, it didn't push us back into the ring.
Yeah, yeah. Wonder why. It was weird. I went through the wall. Supposed to slingshot me, but I went right through it.
Yeah,
Did not serve its purpose at all. Fucking hunk of shit. Anyway, we'll go ahead and wrap this episode up. We got through a lot of topics really, really fast.
well, there's really nothing specific.
Yeah, we should do that more often. We should just get in and out of here.
You're the one who talks.
I do. You got a number lined up?
Yeah, I do.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead and close this podcast off at about an hour, which is awesome. I just wanted to say thank you to everybody who continues to watch Forever Talking. It's growing every day, and it means the world to me and Nick. It means a lot. I hope that you continue to tune in. I hope you continue to watch, and I hope that you know that whenever we talk shit on the people that we do, sometimes we're not serious. Sometimes. Other times, Nick is dead ass that Nick thinks that he can drop Mike Tyson.
Yeah, because I totally said that.
You did in private with us. But I'm saying it live here. Me and Mike Tyson, let's fucking get it on, baby. Yeah, I'll take you on in 40 years. How old's Mike Tyson now?
I feel like he's like 60.
Is he 60?
55. No, he's at least 60.
Mike Tyson's 56. I'll take Mike Tyson on 40 years. Let's go, Mike. Sign the contract, Mike.
Take on Mike Tyson when he has to be wheeled out.
Yeah, I'm gonna take on Mike Tyson when he's fucking 96 years old. Fuck off. He'd still fucking kick my ass, probably.
He won't be alive in 40 years.
Hey, you don't know that.
You're right. With new technology and money.
Yeah, with advances in modern technology and my future high level of income, it's not crazy to think I'll live to 225, 300. Anyway, yeah, fucking, I don't know. I hope Mike lives to 96. If he keeps fucking hand palm eating fucking pounds of mushrooms, I'm not 100% optimistic, but I love good old Mike Tyson. I'll take him on any day of the week. So long as he's 97 years old. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get the fucking shit kicked out of us. It's only a matter of time. I'm kidding. Nick's the one who said all these things in private.
Damn right.
So if you're going to jump him, let him know so I can pull out my phone and take a video because that shit's going to go be fucking awesome for the podcast. Let's fucking get it, Nick. Views, baby. Views. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and wrap this episode up with this week's chance to win $5. In order to win $5 or chance to win $5, Nick is thinking of a number between 1 and 10. The first person we see get that number correct, we will send $5 to. Must be following the page in order to win. And you can't select all the fucking numbers at once, you big fucking idiots. But
you get one pick.
Yeah, get fucking one pick. If I see one fucking guy comment 2 fucking picks or 3 picks or 4 picks, I'm gonna fucking call Mike Tyson. I'm gonna have him beat the fuck out of Nick. Live on the podcast. I'm gonna call Johnny Sins to fuck Nick live on the podcast. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this episode of Forever Talking. Pick a number between 1 and 10. The first person we see answer, get it right, we will send $5. It's not the first person who actually gets it right. It's the first person who we see get it right. You get it. We'll pick a fucking winner. We'll DM you. If we DM you, fucking DM us back. Fuck, I'm trying to fucking hand out free money here. Fucking nobody's doing it. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this episode of Forever Talking, where we talk nothing forever. This was episode 23 of Forever Talking, where we are consistently shit. We'll see you guys next week for Forever Talking episode 24, which is going to be one of our best episodes yet.
Hopefully a big one.
Hopefully a big one. I'm willing to bet we'll be having somebody join us on that episode, and
Hopefully,
we'll see if it happens, but hopefully it will. But hopefully you enjoy. I really appreciate everybody watching Forever Talking. Hopefully you continue to give us a chance and entertain you every single Wednesday. We'll see you guys next week. Peace, love.
I know you see him. We want more like Ian.
Bitch, I've been feeling so godlike. Sorry to me and take all the spotlight. Actually, I did cause I own that shit. You think otherwise, you were not right. Bitch, I've been feeling so godlike. Sorry to me and take all the spotlight. At the top now when I run this shit. Remember when you said that I can't write?
Yo, yeah, I've been feeling so godlike. Low cold like I wrote it on a